2,300 rubles barefoot shoes for 2,300 rubles exist. Hello everyone, this is a review of barefoot shoes from AliExpress. Am I right?
Yes.
Great. We have barefoot shoes from AliExpress for a very cheap price. They cost 2,300. 2,300 rubles. This is for everyone who says that barefoot shoes cost some outrageous amount of money.
Lena Porobova, also known as Peshinka,
Was thoughtful enough to buy these. No, they really are good. I want to say that the toe box is really very wide. Please tell us what makes them so good. Just hold them right here.
they have an anatomical forefoot shape. I mean, on the inside, it goes straight and only then does it curve around the toes. So, when the client's foot is inside, there's no deviation of the big toe. There's no hallux valgus.
So it won't bunch your toes up like this. On the contrary, it will give you room to move. What about you? What do you have yourself?
A lot.
Hold on a second. That is, it will allow your toes to be where they should be, not where you think they should be. So this is incorrect. And we need shoes that will allow us to have a straight line right here. That's what you should focus on. It should be straight here, then match the toe's shape. Is the insole removable? No? Did you try?
The insole is made of foam, but you can replace it with an anatomical one.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and take it out.
It's not very good.
It's not the worst. For 2,000 rubles, it's actually pretty good, right? They actually did a great job. I would probably like to do our favorite experiment. Well, not bad.
Yeah?
Actually, pretty good. It fits. There's hardly any extra room for the toes. Are you going to put an insole in here? Well, are you going to make a separate one? Well, go ahead. Yes.
Of course.
So do you have a separate insole made for each pair of shoes? Do you know they'll say it's expensive?
It's probably better to spend money once than to suffer your whole life and have surgery later.
Look, barefoot shoes are usually known for being very, very flexible. Did you check these?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're acceptably stiff.
Let's say. Yes, I would say it's not the most flexible I've seen, but I mean, in this part, for example, it doesn't bend very well. But still, if you compare them to regular sneakers, you know, with narrow toe boxes, yeah, the ones that cost around 68,000 rubles, more or less, as it happens, I don't know, like DC ones, for example, which narrow here. Those are less flexible than these. I think this is actually pretty good. What other advantages do we have here?
The advantage here is that there's good height over the toe.
So there's space for this rising big toe. Very often the tip of the toe points slightly upward, especially while walking. Explain it in a smart way, in your jargon. Is there a technical term for this?
Yes.
While...
When we take a step, push off, the toe twists a little inside. And that's why a certain thickness is needed here.
Height.
So that the toe feels comfortable inside, so that it isn't squished like this here.
If we have pressure on the tip of the nail while walking, what are the consequences?
The mildest one is probably onycholysis.
The lesser evil, right? Yes, the cherry on top.
And hematoma and twisted nails and also nail fungus.
Wow, that's an interesting twist. Why does nail fungus threaten us if we don't have room for the toe to lift?
Because there is constant trauma, plus the lack of evaporation of moisture from under the nail plate. It gets trapped under the nail, and all sorts of different microflora multiply there.
In general, Yelena Porbova, as always, is in her element, using a lot of smart words, but it's really important to understand and remember that you need to look at your shoes from the side to make sure there's actually space there. Because there are some shoe models, I have Adidas sneakers like that, if I'm not mistaken, where this part is just slanted and cut off like this. And you feel it so much while walking that you constantly hit the edge of your nail, even if it's cut super short, you'll still end up bumping it. There's this pressure, and that's why I always have my paperclip with me. Basically, that's partly because of these sneakers too. Shall we try them on? Let me put the insole back in for you too, because let's loosen it a little. You can't really do it well with gloves on, I agree with you. Okay, I'm ready. Tell me, please, are there any specific rules when you put on shoes?
Probably to unlace them.
To use?
Использовать.
A shoehorn.
A shoehorn, but we don't have one here.
How tight should I tie the laces?
Right here at the instep, they shouldn't be laced too tightly because...
Please repeat that. They shouldn't be laced too tightly here, or it will pinch, right?
It will restrict blood flow.
Your foot will go numb.
You can secure this spot, this bend right here. It's different for everyone. That's why sometimes you can even let the laces out like this. For example, by one eyelid. And the most, let's say, listen.
I do that sometimes, by the way, yeah. Yes, I have that habit.
The tightest pull is right in this area, so there's no pinching while walking.
Yes, I'm probably someone who doesn't need more than that. I've noticed this tendency in myself. Well, I almost started the laundry. Check it. It's not very convenient with gloves on. So the rule is not to pull too much here, and if necessary, the first one, what is it called?
The hole.
Well, anyway, okay, the hole. We can leave the first eyelet open. So if there is, how should I say, an anatomical need, if you feel like there is too much, yes, too much tightness and it really presses and bothers you, then of course you can loosen it. I would like you to show, we'll stand up and show how flexible they are. By the way, notice, yes, now take a small step forward. These sneakers don't have a brand. There's nothing written on them, so no one will say it was an advertisement, because we don't know what it is.
Well, I bought them with my own money.
Well, who's arguing? I'll tell you this, you'll keep wearing them because I like those too.
Yeah, and here's my toe, and there's a little space in front. That's so that when you walk, your toe has room to move.
Yes, because when we walk, when we actually take a step, just to put it simply, everything shifts forward a little bit, right? Am I saying that correctly? Yes, that's right. The big toe and the entire foot shift forward, so you need extra space. So, the idea of shoes that are exactly your size, a tight fit, like I managed to squeeze in there, that's not really what we need. So, are we giving these shoes a like?
Yes.
2,000, how much again?
2,300.
2,300 rubles barefoot shoes for 2,300 rubles do exist, but we don't know the brand, and we won't give you a link.
Should we?
Well, AliExpress. Well, something like that.